So today we thought of, I think this is something we haven't covered in I don't think we've talked about SEO, and it's one of the things that's really changing with AI. Now we are talking of answer engine optimization, AEO, from SEO. But I think at the end of the day, it's still SEO. When you think about it, it's still search. AI is still search based. So, but you realize the old way of doing SEO is still very relevant.
When you are doing an article, of course, the first question you need to ask yourself is, first understand the search intent of whatever target audience you are looking at. Because at the end of the day, if you're doing an article, a blog article, and you don't understand, it's like you're trying to reverse engineer. I mean, what are the chances of a person, of a visitor or someone in the internet coming across my blog article? Because at the end of the day, if I go to find something on the internet, I'm either trying to learn something. Maybe I want to navigate to go to a certain website. Most people do, like, once you publish an article, I think most people usually stop it at that point. But I think now it's also good to repurpose your article again. You can pick sections, you can do carousels of the post them on social media, other channels. That all this information at the end of the day will be able to
comes back to you.
Yeah, comes back to you.
Repurpose your blog into videos and all that. So I think that also helps in helping a trunk.
Yeah.
So, hi, how are you guys? So welcome to another episode. So today we thought of, I think this is something we haven't covered in I don't think we've talked about SEO, and it's one of the things that's really changing with AI. Now we are talking of answer engine optimization, AEO, from SEO. But I think at the end of the day, it's still SEO. When you think about it, it's still search. AI is still search based. So, but you realize the old way of doing SEO is still very relevant. Absolutely. It's actually like you won't crack AEO if you've not cracked SEO. So, AEO versus SEO, it's more of a convergence than a divergence. So, we still need to ask ourselves, how do we do SEO? That's still a very valid question, and it's still a very optimal way of getting visibility, getting clients. When you rank in these engines, still very relevant. Still relevant for your AI visibility. So, Duncan, just to bring you to the conversation, and I know I think for the longest, you're the one who has dealt with our SEO initiatives and for clients. So welcome you. What are your 2 cents? Just overview of the.
I think, as you said, of course, a lot of it's a revolution around SEO. So we talked about in AI optimization. There is also the concept of now, beyond AI, beyond the normal SEO, the other SEO, such every optimization where you have to, away from even blog articles and, what we see on websites, you have to make sure your content across any channel is optimized for search. So, but of course now, with AI, I think AI now comes in to really make you produce or make more quality content, more easily, more quickly, and now you're able to actually get more effort into now making sure that the content is more optimized for search. No, I think I can go to the first point. I mean, which is now, just around what we were saying about the search. When you are doing an article, of course, the first question you need to ask yourself is, first understand the search intent of whatever target audience you are looking at. Because at the end of the day, if you're doing an article, a blog article, and you don't understand, it's like you're trying to reverse engineer. I mean, what are the chances of a person, of a visitor or someone in the internet coming across my blog article? Because at the end of the day, if I go to find something on the internet, I'm either trying to learn something. Maybe I want to navigate to go to a certain website. Like, let's say I hear about a certain product, and then I want to visit their probably their e-commerce website. I can just go to Google and now search maybe certain products, maybe websites. So whatever I get there is a link to that particular e-commerce website. So I'll be trying to navigate around the internet. Another search intent is something like transactional, now whereby I just I'm doing a search to just go and check out, just buy a product direct. I've already maybe seen the product somewhere, maybe on socials or in another channel. Then I go to Google and try to now search that particular product checkout point. So once you understand that, now you'll be able to do your content in a way that you're able to meet the intent of the person trying to search for that particular kind of content. And of course now, definitely, of course, once you do that, now you're able to come back and now craft the article in a way that is likely to be served to that particular audience you are looking at. Yeah.
Okay. So search intent, very important. And you said something also. You said writing blogs with AI, but I think we can come back to that
for sure.
later. First, the basics of SEO, which is, you talked about intent first. I think number 2 is keywords. And I think this first stems from, your niche. You have first to understand your niche. And also this is built up on search keywords. First is the niche. So there's the topics around the niche. There is, of course, the intent, as you're saying, but then there is the keywords that the thing with SEO and how it's different from other platforms like socials is that it's driven by intent. For socials, it's more of, it's feed driven.
Yes, yeah, feed.
It's feed. So, but this one is more of, I'm just looking. It's intent driven. So, so keywords are very important, and with keywords we normally have like long tail and short tail keywords. So, and long tail are more specific. It would be something like how to bake. I think that would be a long tail.
Yeah.
And then you have like short tail would be something like bread.
Or bake.
Baking, that's short tail. So you have to balance between these two in terms of keywords. So let's say you're in baking. So how to bake, that's a long tail keyword. Bake or baking, that's a short tail keyword. So, and then, you have a lot of, what are you baking? There's a cake, so you see, you have to sit down and come up with all these keywords around the niche. So I'm saying the niche and then the keywords around, and then you're looking at the intent. So how to bake. So, that's intent. How to bake is more of now, coming back to intent is, that's informational.
Yeah.
I don't think somebody who is searching really how to bake is really wants to buy your cakes.
Yeah.
Really, they want to learn how to bake. So they are more of a competitor than a buyer. But if I'm searching cake, where to buy cakes? Now that's, in terms of intent, that's more of transactional, right? I'm ready to buy. So So you understand now the interconnection between intent, keywords, and your niche. So that's very important. Okay. So what's the other thing?
I think the other, another bit of the same still, on the basics again, is the structure of your article. Of course, again, this is of course, whether you are doing, whether you are writing your blog, from scratch, whether you are building from another other information, whether you're using AI, you still have to stick to the basics of structuring the article. Of course, that's one now. It's, just a matter of like hierarchy, the heading. You have to make sure that you are. And of course, these things. Of course, the good thing is that all the platforms which support where you'll publish your blog and all that, they're able to identify whether a particular piece of text is a heading. And of course, headings go from heading 1 to heading 6. So each, depending on where you're positioning your text, your content, you have to really flow with that kind of a hierarchy. So if it's the heading of the blog, heading 1, if it's a subheading, heading 2, maybe subpoint, you go to heading 3, all the way to now the normal paragraph, where now you put the body of your, the rest of the information. So, now by doing this, you are like for example, for Google, if you are keen and look at the search results from a Google, from a Google search, you'll be able to see that the text, the output is usually structured in such a manner. So if your article is well structured, of course, now it's easy for Google to serve it, or whatever search engine to serve it to someone who is trying to find anything relatable to your content. So again, the structure is very important. Regardless of whether you are doing your article on which platform, WordPress, any other, be it any platform, you have to stick to that particular kind of a flow. Punctuation and all that. Now structuring and make sure that your blog is presentable, even for human readability. Yeah.
So structuring your blog. So your outline, the headings, the meta descriptions, and all that. Or should we discuss meta descriptions a lot? I think probably. But for me, I think let me highlight on the length. I think the length of your blog is also very important. I think bare minimum you need. Maybe I think I would say around 1,500.
Yeah.
I think that's a good starting point. But I think the longer blogs do better. So probably target something around 3,000 words.
Yeah. If I
think that's a good one.
Yeah.
Length. You can start with 1,500, but I think a sweet spot would be around 3,000 words. But you can tell us more about meta descriptions.
Yeah, again, of course, meta descriptions, of course, is a way of making the search engine identify your content. Beyond now what you have in the body of the article. So this one now takes different formats, depending again on the platform you are using. Of course, for things like WordPress, you are given out of the box plugins to sort that. You can even get it from your content, of course. But of course, basically the meta description is where you really try to, like, if you have your keywords, you have to place them there, and of course an extract of the intro to your article, such that it's easy for search engines to be able to just scan and know this article is talking about ABCD, and this is the title of the article. Back again to, that this is an addition to again, the length, but now again, how you present the article, not really even the structure, but you have to, I call it a checklist, so to say. You have to make sure that, for example, if like I know for WordPress, you're usually given what we call the permalinks. You need to ensure that your URL is clean enough to be able to
the slug also.
The slug, yeah. So I mean, you must have seen a post. I mean, you click on a post and then you find that the URL is something like post ID number. Very funny number. So means that now that URL is not really optimized for.
So what you're saying is another point, which is optimize the URLs
exactly.
also.
URLs, yeah.
Let your URL be I think the standard is the URL should be more of the title.
The title, yeah, exactly. The title of the article, yeah. Yes. So things like the images used on the article still have to. I mean, you have to make sure that they also like part of the keyword. Do call them the alt text.
The alt text, yeah.
Yeah. It has to be. The title of the image has to be like the keyword of your or one of the keywords in your article, of course. And of course. Things like now, again, another practice, of course, and this one is, of course, now, like, this is post now, or even the basics of setting up maybe the article platform. Of course, you have to refresh your sitemaps, of course, when you publish. I mean, let's say when you are starting, of course, either you make sure that you have an automated way of doing the sitemap whenever you do a new article, or now ensure that you publish them once you have a new update. So that now Google or whatever engine is able to know that you have some new content. And then now crawl it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I mean like very, very great points there. I think another one is key thing to consider is linking, which is, I think, there's two. There's the internal and the external.
Yeah, sure.
So internal means there's a link within blog that takes me to another part of the blog. You know, within can take me, I think, to another blog within within the blog itself. Then external linking is where a link that will take me to information referenced there, which is, or I can read more about something you've mentioned elsewhere in another whole different website. So also consider that, I think, and then just be balanced around it. Don't spam the links. Don't put too many. Don't put too little.
Sure.
Just make it balanced. So that's another key thing. You've talked about the images. I think when it comes to images, you'll need also a good feature image.
For sure, yeah.
Feature image is more of like the preview image. And other images in between. So make that very well balanced off. I think another, probably, I don't know if it's a practice, but you can have an FAQ at the bottom for the blog. I don't know if that's a recommended practice.
Important. And also now again, actually, what do you call it? TOC, table of contents.
Table of contents, of course, the top, what we were saying, outline, and it's with the headings. Yeah. Also within the blog, it's important to, if there's a table, if there's data you can show in a table, I think that's very important. If you can quote statistics and all these things, I think just make sure your information is very well presented within the blog. So I don't know, anything else that would be important?
I think just to probably add on. I think the most people do, like, once you publish an article, I think most people usually stop it at that point. But I think now it's also good to repurpose your article again. You can pick sections, you can do carousels of the posts, post them on social media, other channels. That all this information at the end of the day will be able to
comes back to you.
Yeah, comes back to you.
So repurpose your blog into videos and all that. So I think that also helps in helping a trunk. Because it's making it multi-channel. Because a blog is just one channel to deliver the information. So I'm not sure there's anything much we've left. The experts, you can also put your inputs, other experts in blog writing. But now, basically, when you go to AI, maybe just as we finalize, so these things is what you take and then you tell AI to help you generate. That's it. It's the fundamentals of blogging. You just now go give the AI those instructions.
That's now you can.
That's just about it. So that's how you integrate now AI to help you write blogs that really make sense. So this is the knowledge. That's why we're just saying it's more of a convergence than really a divergence. I mean, we hope you'd now write good blogs, or you can start blogging. I know very few people actually incorporate blogging as part of their content strategy. So try today. We're also growing into the thing. So, but anyway, that was it for today. See you in the next one. Bye bye for now.
Adios.